I don't know how to start a rant video. Jeb doesn't understand Minecraft fundamentally. He just doesn't. This was proven by the recent interview he gave where he confirmed the old saying that modern Mojang would have never added the creeper if it wasn't already there. And that proves that he shouldn't be the lead creative designer at Minecraft, at least in my opinion. Gotta add that because everybody hates it. Like people online now hate it when you're say anything with authority. You always gotta be a little timid bitch when you say anything. But I think Jeb is just pretty not good as a creative lead designer. There's many reasons why I think this, and mainly, obviously, is his design philosophy. He believes, this is his design philosophy. You can look it up. He believes that all negative things that happen in a game, or I mean, at least Minecraft, must be caused by the player. Do you not realize that's not how everything works? That's not how life itself works. And that's not why people play a lot of games. Because guess what? Sometimes there's bullshit. And that happens sometimes. And you know what you do? You react to it and you overcome it. That's what makes life worth living, one, and makes some games worth playing. Of course, some games are all about coziness, but that doesn't matter. There's always going to be random challenges thrown at you in a video game. And in Minecraft, the creeper was that. And it was the perfect enemy to a game like Minecraft. Why? Because the game, think about it this way, enemies in a video game are like the villains to you, the protagonist, right? Every good story has a great villain. And what is the story of Minecraft? You are building your big dick-shaped houses in the wild, right? In nature, where there's nothing else around, where it used to be. Nothing else around, right? No, intelligent civilization. And the world, well, what if you just do that unimpeded? Would that really feel great? Would that feel fun? Would it feel worth it to make your big, beautiful castle out of diamond blocks if you had no challenges at all? And if you did want that, creative mode is right there, okay? You can just go play creative mode. But the creeper, it's the perfect enemy for a game like Minecraft. It serves to destroy the things you make if you're not careful. And if you can't deal with a creeper, then, maybe you gotta get your ears checked, or your eyes checked, or just have synapses in your brain where you actually look around and be aware of your surroundings. It's not that hard. It don't make sense. Jeb just does not understand Minecraft because, yeah, the biggest part of Minecraft is building, making your little houses, making your little contraptions, right? But another big part of it is survival mode, especially, is the grinding, kind of. I mean, nobody likes long grind, which nobody likes super long grinding, right? But the grinding is a necessary part, you're getting the resources to make your houses, to make your mega structure. And it feels so good once you finally see it complete after who knows how long of cutting down trees, of breaking stone, of digging dirt, of doing all of that. It feels so good to finally have that there. That's a big part of survival mode, is the grind and the satisfaction you get of building big structures and bases and whatevers, in spite of the fact that there's an enemy trying to stop you, which is the creeper. You're giving the creeper the middle finger every time you make a big castle. The fact that Jeb thinks that the creeper basically doesn't belong in Minecraft at all. Because that's basically what he says. Because if he had it his way, the creeper wouldn't be in Minecraft. Or if it was in Minecraft, it'd be neutral. And you would have to attack it first before it blows up. And it probably wouldn't even break blocks. It would just hurt you. And because, again, his design philosophy is that all negative things that happen in a video game must be caused by the player. And that's bad. That's dumb. That's just dumb for games in general. And I'm not gonna be holding back. I'm not gonna pussyfoot around. That's just dumb. Because if you could just avoid every single negative thing, then you could just play on easy mode. You could play on hardcore mode and never die if everything you did was just completely avoidable. You need challenges sometimes. You need random things, right? Another one of his design philosophies, I gotta mention this because this is kind of hypocritical, is player freedom, right? Player freedom, block by block building, whatever. Just, a player choice and freedom. And you might be thinking, oh, that's why the negative things, that must be caused by player freedom. Sure, okay, that's a dumb way to look at it, but sure. Why did he add the Phantoms then? Why did he think of the Phantoms? Why was the Phantoms I hate the Phantoms. Everybody hates it. You don't pretend that you like it. You hate them. Because guess what? The Phantom serves to force you to go to sleep every 3 days. What kind of player choice is that? What kind of player choice is that, I ask? That's player restriction, and it's really dumb. Because the bed, yeah, you're already incentivized to use the bed without the Phantom. You didn't need the Phantom to make the players like, oh yeah, I should sleep, because it skips the night. The only hard part of the game, really, on the surface at least, is the night. You can already skip it. You get no enemies, no creepers. Creepers were an incentive to skip the night already. You didn't need the Phantom. But you didn't have to. You didn't have to go to sleep. You could stay awake for 70 hours straight. You could stay awake for months straight in Minecraft. And Steve, he's fine. He's okay with that. He actually likes it. And you didn't need to, right? And you made the choice to deal with the creepers at night because you didn't want to skip the night for whatever reason, right? And now here comes Jeb with the Phantom forcing you to sleep every 3 days. That's restriction. Does he not see that? And ever since the Phantom was added, it has never been changed. It's so simple to change the Phantom to not only... Because remember, negative things must be caused by the player. And yeah, sure, technically, choosing not to sleep is a negative thing. You know, you're choosing a negative thing and negative consequences, the Phantom. But also, being forced to sleep in a creative game where the whole core of it is do what you want is a negative thing, isn't it? Wouldn't anybody agree? Sometimes someone's out there mining, right, for days. He has fun somehow, strip mining for days to get all the diamonds, right? And now, suddenly, he's getting a negative consequence for simply mining. He didn't cause that. He was just trying to mine, and he just lost track of time. So Jeb thinks the Phantom is fine, but the Creeper is not? Yeah, sure, the Creeper's more destructive than the Phantom, and, you know, the Phantom's more avoidable, but the Creeper doesn't really force you to do anything besides have synapses in your brain and be aware of your surroundings. It's an enemy. It's a video game. Every video game needs a challenge or a villain to overcome. And, again, the Creeper was that. And Jeb doesn't understand that aspect of Minecraft. He just sees the building and the exploration and, like, the people making memes about it being peaceful. And that's all he sees Minecraft as. There's no challenge to the game. And I'm not saying that old Minecraft was hard. Minecraft was never hard, but it had a simple, basic challenge that that incentivizes you to build. Right? It just when there's nothing to worry about, no end to worry about, no nothing. All you got to worry about is getting your diamonds, getting your trees, cutting down your trees, making your houses, right? And only thing you gotta worry about, really, is a creeper blowing all of that up. It makes it so much more satisfying once you finally complete that big fuck-off castle. And the creepers can't get in. You perfectly lit everything. That's another aspect of Minecraft that he's just completely neglecting. Because, again, a lot of people use the excuse that Minecraft is a sandbox game, so more is better, right? And this is kind of a separate thing a little bit, I guess, but, you know, Minecraft is a sandbox game where more is better, but it's also still a video game with structure and even rigid rules and a core. And him saying that he would have never added the Creeper, like Mojang would have never added the Creeper, proves that, because he's only keeping it because it's iconic, but no, it's in the game not just because it's meant to be iconic or meant to be a mascot. It serves a function. It serves to be your villain. It serves for you to overcome it, alright? And if you seriously cannot cope with dealing with the Creeper, which is not hard, creative mode is right there. Okay? And another thing about creative mode. I wish Jeb would stop turning survival mode into a diet creative mode with extra steps. The two examples I want to give is the fact, of course, what I've been talking about the whole time, the fact that he doesn't want the Creeper in the game, the only thing that can really break your builds. So if he had his way, he would never have had that, and suddenly you don't have anything to worry about for your build and stuff. And the other thing is the cringe Reddit slop ass Ghast, the baby Ghast, happy Ghast, the Reddit Ghast. I'm calling it the Reddit Ghast, the Chungus Ghast. I hate that thing. I really hate that thing. And I know it's a bit unreasonable how much I hate that thing, but I really hate that thing. It allows you to fly in survival mode. And it's not hard to get. It's in the nether. And you gotta feed it. You gotta be a little cute. So you gotta feed it. You gotta nurse it back to health. It's like during the Australian wildfires. I hate it. And it's like, if you want to fly so you can build things, and you want no challenge at all, nothing that can challenge your builds or like really hurt you that much, go play creative mode. It's right there. Or install a mod. Stop trying to turn survival mode into diet creative mode with extra steps, because that's what he's trying to turn it into. It doesn't make sense. And the last thing I want to talk about Jeb's misunderstanding of Minecraft is the art direction and the new lore, because don't get me started on the lore. Let's start with the art direction. He seems to be trying to push Minecraft into a pseudo-realistic kind of art direction. I mean, there's some fantasy elements to it, like, you know, the stupid sniffer and the phantoms, but it's not the same kind of fantasy as old Minecraft was, and not the same kind of originality it had either. The new additions, they feel like, I don't know how to describe it, like Zoomer fantasy. It's not like this classical fantasy that old Minecraft was, you know, with the giant spiders and living skeletons and zombies and, you know, the creeper, dragon, ender dragon. It was classical fantasy, right? But this new kind of fantasy, it's this kind of like filtered, you know, desanitized fantasy without any of the spooky stuff. Because look at the Warden. That's a cool idea. That's a really cool idea, but its design is so dumb and like silly, and it's like a kid's drawing of a monster they saw in their closet. It's like Monsters Inc. And that's the kind of fantasy that modern Minecraft has. It's this, and most features added. It's this kind of filtered and held back and sanitized thing. And the realistic side of it is just realism. It's boring. Look at old beta Minecraft generation, right? And I know, oh, how surprising, how unpredictable, how incredibly original. I'm bringing up beta Minecraft when I'm criticizing modern Minecraft. But go look at beta Minecraft. It's this fantastical but yet grounded kind of generation with floating islands, which it's more of like unintentional things. Sorry, my tongue's being twisted from all this talking. It's more of an unintentional thing, but it added to that vibe, to that fantastical feeling. But after that, they flattened it, and now this is during the Notch days, but still had that kind of weird fantasy, otherworldly feel. And now, with the caves and bitch update, it's now like, it's this realism. It's realistic mountains, and why? It's boring. Every mountain looks the same, and it's not fun to build with. Beta generation was super fun to build in, because you could imagine like your base going all which way. You could build into the mountain, you could make on top of the mountain, you can make bridges, you could connect them somehow. It's all fun. It also was more accommodating to different size of builds. You didn't have to make a giant mega monolithic creation for it to look good next to the big mountains of Minecraft. You could make small houses, medium houses, and large houses, and have them all look good in the mountain. And of course, you can make small, medium, and just small, medium houses in modern Minecraft too. But if you want to make it on a mountain, you got to make it kind of big. It just doesn't fit anymore. It's only accommodating to large build. Now, what was the other thing I was gonna... Lore. That's right. I hate the way they're handling lore in Minecraft, because Minecraft shouldn't have lore. This is another misunderstanding of Minecraft by Jeb. He probably remembered all the old structures that implied something, but didn't outright state anything. But a lot of this new Minecraft stuff, new Minecraft lore, is outright stating that there's a rigid and defined thing. Because remember, there was the Mob Bestiary, which said that the ghasts, they were actually machines. But now there's baby ghasts? What is wrong with this company? They cannot keep one thing consistent. They have like 50 different versions of Minecraft, and they canceled all of them, so you can have a crappy, glitchy mobile port. Anyway, the lore. It's dumb. I don't like it. The beauty of old Minecraft with it's more in like with this random structures, right? When they were adding those structures, they probably weren't thinking of a story. But it seems like Minecraft now has an actual story underneath it. It's like a historical history in the past kind of story, and I hate it because with the old Minecraft where it wasn't planned at all, there was no even thinking of lore. It was just, let's add this because it's cool. Let's add this structure because it's kind of cool. You could come up with everything in your mind. You could come up with, oh, who made these structures? Oh, what is that? What's the ghast? What kind of creature is that? Is that a collection of lost souls? Is it its own? It's like a lava squid? You could think of these things, but now you can't. Well, you could, and have your own interpretations of things, but it's more rigid now because he has a story set. Alright, let's move on to the end here, where I summarize everything. Let's move on to the very core of Minecraft. Minecraft, at its core, is a survival sandbox game. Remember, survival means there has to be some kind of challenge. It's a survival sandbox game where you can build whatever you want, do whatever you want, and, you know, it's all about player freedom and expressing yourself creatively. Now let's see how Jeb has taken that core of the game, and let's see some of the things I've talked about. Right? Let's go over him. He's forced the players to constantly use the bed every 3 days. He has stated that if the creeper wasn't already there, then he would have never added it, which means there's no challenge. There's no challenge to this survival. Remember that part. That's a big part. Survival sandbox game. He has also went for a more realism aesthetic with Minecraft, with its terrain generation, which limits a lot of the builds, in my opinion. Oh God, an opinion that differs from everyone else's. Even though it's more crazy and large, the mountains limit your creativity, because you can't make small or like medium builds onto the mountain without it looking weird or out of place. That's like the three main things. Two of them are very set in stone in the game already, right? They're just two. One is a statement and one is a single addition. But the third one, that's the fundamental direction Minecraft is going in. Yeah, I don't think he understands the fundamentals of Minecraft or why it became the best-selling game of all time. I really don't. He wants to make a different game, basically. He wants to make a game inspired by Minecraft, but without any of the challenges. Because I think he wants to be able to have the game reach out to everyone, every demographic, have it be this corporate cancer that keeps spreading forever, instead of having it be a specific, fun game where all you do is you survive, you build, and that's it. That's all. That's why people fell in love with the game. That's why I fell in love with the game. Okay? And it's been bastardized, in my opinion. It's been slowly, it's not completely yet, but it's slowly being bastardized. And he's just not good. I don't think he's a good lead designer for Minecraft. That's just how I see things. Welp, that's been my little rant. I would love to hear your opinions in the comments. And if you disagree with me, you think Jeb is the messiah of Minecraft, go ahead and leave your death threats in the comments below. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. I might make more of these kind of videos, but not only on Minecraft. Probably just random rant videos on whatever is bothering me. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening.